Hello there everybody, welcome back to James Redmond TV and welcome to a Scouser reacts to Arsenal signing Havertz from Chelsea for about 45 to 50 million, I believe the price was. And then you've got Kovacic, who has joined Manchester City. I believe Kovacic is the more impressive signing, and I think you can see why I'm saying that. But I'll go into the Havertz one first, because I think that's going to come to the biggest surprise. First and foremost, why are the London clubs always exchanging boyfriends and girlfriends? Like, I'm not saying that there's anything, different strokes for different folks and culture, but Chelsea goes here and there goes there, and I get it, there's 50 million clubs in London, so somehow they're going to cross over. But it seems to be the biggest rivals. It's like if us, Everton, City and, I don't know, United always done business with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though there's still 4 clubs in a close proximity, how come we don't ever do business with each other? It's very rare, at least. You never see us do business with. How come it's opposite for these London clubs? I can only suggest these players love London more than the football teams. And whenever I see a move, whether it's Tottenham to Chelsea or Arsenal to this or this to that, you will definitely be able to find me examples, you know. But I think of way more examples where it has gone wrong. For instance, David Luiz from Chelsea to Arsenal was good at Chelsea, bad at Arsenal. Willian, great at Chelsea, bad at Arsenal. Petr Cech had some good years, but let's be honest, I mean, he was also shaky for a lot of years and quite inconsistent and nowhere near the Petr Cech that you had at Chelsea. So I'm just suggesting, when Arsenal have gone for a Chelsea sign and it hasn't really gone well, I mean, I'll even go with Jorginho. He hasn't set the world alight, already linked to be leaving. So I'm not saying that he's done bad or he's a flop or anything along those lines. But again, he hasn't been a game changer. He's added to the squad, which is what he was brought in to do. But, you know, for someone who was in the top 3 of the Ballon d'Or, and I don't know how much Arsenal paid for him, but I'm going to assume it was a significant amount. It's interesting, you know what I mean? It's interesting. I don't believe Havertz is going to do well at Arsenal. I don't think it's that Arsenal will do bad because of Havertz. I just don't think Havertz adds to... But you know what, though? On another page, if they are doing well, then you never know. Maybe Havertz can get a tune. But I don't think he's better than Odegaard. I don't think he's better than Gabriel Jesus. I don't think he's better than Saka, Martinelli. I don't see how he enters that front 4. I don't see how he gets in the midfield or in the false 9, which he was playing at Chelsea, and he's not going to play right wing. So is he there to be a backup? And is he fine with being a backup? And then if you're an Arsenal fan, are you happy with that backup? You know, if you get an injury, is Havertz the guy who's going to come on and win you the game? Is he the guy who maybe, if you're in a final, he's going to win you the game? Because he scored in a Champions League final. We all know this, but it's so crazy to me that already, you know, this Chelsea team has dispatched so many players to a point now where Kovacic has gone to City, Havertz has gone to Arsenal. And you think, what are they going to do next? Because they've already accumulated around 100 plus million in revenue for these players. And for Mateo Kovacic going to City, I mentioned it in a more Liverpool-related video that I've just done. But I think it's a great signing. And I think that one makes sense, because you think about the front Man City midfield and then the backup Man City midfield. It's so stacked, but he only adds to it. And what wins you games? It's your midfield. And when you bring in a player of the quality of Kovacic just to be a backup, it really shows where Manchester City are in their sort of want to go again next season. I believe it's such a significant signing. And then Havertz, I believe, even though it's not the type of player I would have bought for Arsenal, you know, if Arteta thinks he can get a tune out of him, and then it takes them better next season, then you never know. Like, it's one of those where we might just have to bite our lip and say, he got it right. But I'm unsure, and I think Arsenal fans, you know, if you're going to go based off of your recent opinions on the player, I don't know if you should be happy with that signing. It's like if we sign Richarlison, I wouldn't be happy if we sign Richarlison. Yes, I know he can score an overhead kick in a World Cup. Yes, I know he can be good, but let's be honest, he's not the quality of winning us league titles, which is what I assume Arsenal want to set the standard to next, because you came close last season, so can you do it this season? And if so, is Havertz the guy who's going to make that urgent need on the squad? That's what remains to be seen. But I just think there was better players out there. I think you could have found more of a gem for a cheaper price. And I just think there was better players overall. Plus, you've got Trossard. It's confusing one. I'm intrigued to know where he is going to be used. I assume as a backup for Gabriel Jesus, or if Jesus gets injured, then he steps in. But did you want more of a goal scorer? And if now that means Havertz is going to take away from getting an out-and-out number 9, you know, I know you wouldn't have got him, but let's just say an Osimhen type player, then is that something that Arsenal fans like? Because I also know that you gave Eddie Nketiah a new contract recently, and let's be honest, he's more of a poacher. He's that type of player who's going to go in and chip in with goals. He's a different type of player to Gabriel Jesus. He's not the link-up man. So you'd assume that, you know, getting rid of Aubameyang and then giving Eddie Nketiah a new contract, the next player, if Havertz is going to be used as the false 9, you'd think that someone maybe could be the alternative to the false 9 and be a number 9 and, you know, be that out-and-out striker that Arsenal have missed for quite a while. But let me know in the comments down below. Am I just a Scouser who's chatting shit? Because that's pretty much what I come here to do. I don't have any qualifications when it comes to expertise on signings. But I do still believe that it's good to see from, and if you're an Arsenal fan, that you're getting business done. And yeah, I just have a really big issue with the Chelsea to Arsenal thing, because all the examples, there's probably more examples that I could give you, but, you know, even the managerial switch, yous are weird. Yous are weird. The closest thing to inbred in football that you're going to get. Guys, thank you for watching. Much love to you and your mothers, and I'll see you all in a bit.